Foreman and Ron Lyle stand aside. And we've got an amazing slugfest in Connecticut.
We're back for the start of round 4 in what has been a very active fight thus far. The first round, Lyle staggered Foreman. Adam rubbery leg. Foreman retreating. The second round, George coming back fighting. George now looking over to Gil Clancy right next to me. Getting instructions from Gil. If Gil is anything, he's a teacher. Master's degree in recreation. He's been teaching all his life. Whether boxers, kids playing in the playground, or a good right by Lyle. Kenny, you're right. He's been using that right beautifully over Foreman's left.
Right, it's very effective. And Howard, we just found out for sure that the second round was only 2 minutes long.
That's correct. Chet Forty, our producer, retimed the second round in our truck. Lyle all over. Lyle has Foreman in trouble. Foreman is down. It started with a right, then a left. Foreman looking over here. Lyle to the neutral corner. His mandatory 8 count. Foreman trying to hold together. Trying to keep his senses. Lyle putting on a tremendous demonstration. Now trying to move in on Foreman and end it. Remember how invincible George Foreman looked through 40 bouts. The man who knocked out Frazier in the second round to win the title. The man who knocked out Ken Norton, the man next to me, in Caracas, Venezuela, in the second round. What's happened to him? Well, in the 15 months since Zaire, he's been relatively inactive, except for that charade in Toronto against the frightful Bod. Now Foreman fighting back. Oh, Foreman is in trouble. Lyle caught him with a good left. Now George, now George struck back. Now George fought back with a magnificent right. George fought back. Lyle let himself open for that.
He got overly aggressive there, and he was very excited, and Foreman was throwing hard desperation punches.
A minute to go in a wild fight, just as Lyle apparently had George in trouble. George with that punching power that we talked about in prior fights. Lyle is now ready to go against the ropes. 40 seconds left in the round. Lyle covering up against the ropes. His handler screaming to Foreman, hit him in the body. George at the head. Lyle is now wide open. He is... Lyle trying to swing back. This isn't artistic, but it is slugging the way the public wants it. Lyle now trying to fight back. Only 10 seconds left in the round. Now Foreman was staggered. Foreman was staggered by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down. Foreman goes down. Lyle fights back. Foreman, there's no saving by the bell, but Foreman is up. Foreman is up. What a fight, Kenny.
It's amazing. I mean, he's been smiling the whole time he's coming in here, so we'll see how that translates for this fight. And you're looking at those two fighters. My only question is, where's Molly Ringwald? You know?
With all that pretty in pink, you're absolutely right. Although I think we're going to have to tell you who's who by their shoes, as opposed to their trunks.
Luckily, one guy's a lefty, huh?
That's right.
That helps us out. Now, Concepcion, they want him to be aggressive in this fight. And can he be? Can he walk into the guns, the power of Juan Manuel Lopez, and be as aggressive as he wants to be? We're going to find out.
Concepcion just got hit with a short right hook, and that backed him up. And the problem with Concepcion, they say sometimes he will take rounds off. And he wants to be as busy as possible in this fight. And he's staggered and goes back to the ropes that quickly. Lopez, very tight punches.
A huge straight left hand. And Lopez has a great right hook, but don't underestimate that straight left. That's the problem with attacking against Lopez.
Another left hand by Lopez. And Concepcion is down. And he's hurt. Concepcion in major trouble with 1:28 to go. Here comes the champ. He's ready to make it short work. they survive this round.
And you know, a moment ago, Concepcion did land a good right hand of his own. That's what he's going to have to do. Land something that keeps Lopez off him.
Another left hand backs up Concepcion. Here comes the champ. Punches and bunches. 25 seconds to go. Concepcion trying to roll, trying to slip. Hit with a left hook and dropped him. Whoa! Out of nowhere, Concepcion sends the champion to the canvas. And that quiets this crowd. What a start here in PR. And that's the end of the first round.
If you've just tuned in, it has been blazing and thrilling so far. Victor Ortiz managed to put Andre Berto on the canvas twice in the first round. Only one was ruled a knockdown. Berto knocked Ortiz down in the second round. Ortiz strafed Berto with a lot of power shots in the third and fourth. They've settled in to box a little bit more in the fifth round, but by and large, it's still a slugfest, and the slugfest advantages have still seemed to belong to Victor Ortiz.
Ortiz told us a kind of peculiar story of winding up spending 2 weeks of a vacation on the tiny island of Jersey off the English coast. Nobody goes there for a vacation. Maybe that's where he found this.
This is the best start Berto's had in a round,
No, don't hit him.
and he now seems confident enough in his legs to try to fight in the center of the ring. So let's see if he can get a fresh start in the fight. If it becomes a boxing match, Berto has faster hands.
You think anything about Berto fighting one round in the last year can be connected to this slow start for him, or is it just Ortiz?
I think it's Ortiz. Ortiz is fighting with such determination and with such short, accurate punches that it's very difficult for him to see. And just so much determination. You know, speaking of 50 Cent, who was over there with Floyd Mayweather Jr., he used to box. He was the New York Golden Glove champion.
See him? Did you see him fight?
No, I didn't see him fight, but I've worked with him when I was training Eminem. We was talking about that.
Let him out.
Glorious tradition, the Golden Gloves. Emmanuel, weren't you a national Golden Gloves champion?
Step back.
Yes, but he was in New York Golden Gloves.
Just making the distinction for you. Down goes Ortiz on a perfect right-hand shot by Berto. Second knockdown of the fight for Berto. And you can feel the fight changing perceptibly in this round. Berto stood in the center of the ring, feels confident in his legs again, now beats Ortiz to punch with the right hand.
Ortiz's legs are very weak here. This is the 6th round. It was the round that he lost to Maidana in. Can he escape now?
Hard right hand by Berto. That was a spectacular shot.
Great
but Ortiz
shot,
was held up partially by the ropes.
All Berto has to land one clean shot. He realized the clock is ticking down, so he's trying to get that one shot on.
It's been a great round for Berto after he was in so much trouble through the first 5. His uppercut is good too. Now Ortiz is going to...
Oh my God!
Unbelievable! What a fight! George Foreman and Ron Lyle stand aside. And we've got an amazing slugfest in Connecticut.
And you can see Mike Ortega getting in position to stop the fight. And then Berto goes down.
Unbelievable.